Warning, the following video contains false information and is meant for entertainment only. It also contains violence, sexual conduct, profane fucking language, and annoying robotic text-to-speech voices. If you are offended by any of the above, get a fucking sense of humor. Your discretion is advised. Good day again, YouTubers. To right, it's your favorite fur fag pimp daddy Danny Dingo here with yet another important announcement. As you know, the Nega Barney Bunch has recently launched a massive assault in the lesbian nation of Bebiesburg using an enhanced version of the butt-hurt virus that had come into their possession thanks to the Darkness. This has left an unswell impact onto the Speakonia community and made those homophobic fuckers a major threat again in recent years. Not only that, but other such prudish organizations like the Elitist Alliance and the previously mentioned Darkness have also been increasing in number as of late, and with such anti-everything corporations like OCP, and we say so, it would seem that business is good in photophobia and prudish activity is at a steady flow again even with our resistance movement at the ready. As a result, we in the pimping racket are also starting to feel the pinch and it is very unswell indeed. With that said, I am here to announce that the 4 Pimp Nights will be extending our reliance to the other pimping organizations of the Speakonia community, which we shall call the Big Pimpin' Initiative. Moreover, Dubs will be doing this instead of another member update for the Darkwing Den. To right, our involvement at the Laugh Olympics a few years ago has drawn some inspiration despite being invited under false pretenses. But yes, we are inviting the other pimps and hoes of the community along with the various groups that we represent to join us in the cause of protecting the community from prudishness and genuine butt hurt, and of course protect our ever-growing profits as well. For example, some freelance pimps like Grimace from McDonaldland is going to be offering his assistance in the initiative, as well as Don Carnage the Air Pirate who is already pimping out some of the membership from the piratical subdivision of the Princess Kala clan. Also, we have already accepted the invitation from the Rockhead Prime Rib pimping group the Portuguese Spectrals. So yes, this means that me and my longtime pimping rival Arnold the Pitbull are finally burying the hatchet, meaning that the Big Pimpin' Initiative will now have twice the pimp man force to be reckoned with. Plus the group's leader Portuguese This happens to be close mates to Buggy the Tojan Clown, so all the more works out for our major alliance. And speaking of old Buggy Boy, ever since becoming one of the 4 emperors of the Grand Line, our Green Knight of the 4 Pimps has been making strides of his own to topple that of the anti-everything world government by forming the 3-way Yamaha 3-way Pirate Alliance Cross Guild. And the factions of said alliance have also expressed their interest in joining the initiative. So in addition to the East Blue Equinox, we also have Dracula Meatalk, who is leading the group's newest subdivision / liberation front, the Meatalk Marauders. And Sir Crocodile, who has recently disbanded Baroque Works and is forming his own pimping group called the Rainbase Redemption. Yeah, how's that for a sudden 180, Hamada?
Yes, it's true, YouTubers. I now realize in these unprecedented times that total domination of the Speakonia community won't amount to a hill of beans if all the prudish groups are gonna try and turn everyone straight, photophobia or other such statuses of butthurt. With that said, I have put Baroque Works behind me and have decided to give back to the community by offering my services as a pirate pimp. In fact, as signs of goodwill, I have already established several dozen branches of my own ring-based brothels / casino resorts all across the Grand Line and beyond. And if the world government has a problem, they can take it up with my pimp hook, bitches.
Right. Well, even if you say that you've dissolved Baroque Works for sure, just know that we'll be keeping a close eye on you, mate.
Huh. Hello, man? And just what are you doing here?
Like to write, Cobber, you're kind of a long way from Dapto, if I may be so bold, Hamada.
Well, yes, I suppose you're right about that. But anyways, Mr. Dingo and Miss Tendo, I thought I'd take this time to introduce myself as the new official leader of the Darkwing Den's Australian branch. Yes, this means that the 2 previous de facto leaders, Aussie and Cass from Dinky Eyes, will be my 2 right-hand mates as we use our true blue wellness to deal with all the bad news from our butthurt-spreading enemies of the community. But also I'm here on behalf of my boss Big Greg, who is interested in joining the Big Pimpin' Initiative. In fact, he's already keen on pimping out the gods of Dapto when he converts Mount Kira into a mega love resort. In fact, my wife Vicky is already very keen on the idea. Not only that, but Big Greg's already one of the main benefactors for the Dapto branch of Medical Mechanica. So he can get you along the deal on sexual favors and notions for all your swell sexy needs. Fair income.
Well then I guess that explains why you're here. But just who are those artsy-looking people standing next to you, Nabiki?
Finally, I was hoping you'd get back to me, Danny Sama. But anyways, I would like you to meet an old Hungarian friend of mine who is interested in joining the initiative. Come on out here, cutie, and introduce yourself.
Sziasztok! A nevem Klári, a Nabiki Tendo BFF-je, és szeretnék csatlakozni a kezdeményezéséhez.
Oh, I forgot to mention that she doesn't speak a word of English. Looks like we'll be needing a lot of subtitles, Haya.
Such a thing will not be necessary, my dear. Here, my Rooski beauty, take this device that resembles a phone and speak into it, and you'll be able to communicate with a language of your choosing.
Nagyon jól hangzik, swell. Próbáljuk ki.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Oh my, that's a pretty nifty trick, alright.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, we're still working to improve on the vocal AI to make the translation sound more natural.
Oh, that's perfectly alright, darling. This will do for now. At least I'll be able to properly introduce myself to all our English-speaking clientele. But anyways, like I said, my name is Kahari. You may remember me from the early 80s Hungarian musical Furry, and I am indeed an old friend of Madka. And here with me is my right-hand man and main muscle, Mander Kamoyati.
By the way, he can actually speak a little English. Just thought he'd point that out for you, ha ha ha.
Right. But like I was saying, Nandi is a heavyweight boxing champion and head jumper of my newly established Hanfurdo brothel, soon to be known as Bath Brothels when I have expanded to the international market. My top running hoes at said establishment are no other than Solt Mobe and my other BFF Anna Pirati. Yes, Solt is actually my head gigolo and not my fiancé like you were led to believe. Moreover, I am also in the process of forming my own pimping organization, which I plan to call the Rusty Racketeers. In fact, here to tell you more about this swell venture is my latest recruit to my brothel business. Come on out and introduce yourself.
Ahoy mateys, my name is Long John Hamaha Long John Silver from the Soviet Treasure Island movie, and I am the newest shipmate to Miss Kahlahri and her crew of Pimpin' Buccaneers. Yes, unlike my unestablished space counterpart, I am indeed a super swag pirate pimp and have plenty of swellness to spare. Ahamada. Why, my credentials as a pirate pimp can be spoken volumes just by the track record of my top-running barnacle bitch Jim Dawkins, who by the way had recently been recruited into the newest liberation group, the Princess Kala Clan, and not just because he can open a wicked can of swoopers, but because he's been getting very popular with some of the members of a certain piratical subdivision, wink. But now on to the business at hand. As the name of our future organization implies, the Ruski Racketeers will be a prostitution racket that appeals to those who prefer sexual gratification from love partners of the Central and Southeastern European persuasion. We are already in the process of setting up interviews for potential future members of this swell endeavor. The members we have at the moment are yours truly, Mr. Famalyata, the four gangsters from Moscow, Bluebeard from Felady and his partner Blackie from Willie the Sparrow, Nanny from Count Duckula, Matty the Goose Boy from the 1977 musical film by the same name, Agent Chryslika from Darkwing Duck, who has also been posing as a double agent in the Carmen Collective to gather info on said unswell group. Oh, and speaking of swell Russian bears, we are already in the process of interviewing Zoe from the Anastasia spin-off sequel Bardock the Magnificent, also the flexing bear from the Soviet animated short Miss New Year. The members who we will be interviewing in the near future include Gandalf the Gay from Rembrandt Pictures The Hobbit by William L. Snyder, Folkwolf and his top-running bunny bitch Zayat's hair from New Pagodi, Mr. Truffle from the Elm-Chanted Forest, and Lubash from The Simpsons. Oh yes, those would make swell additions, alright, ha ha ha.
Oh yes, and may I add that an old business associate of mine will also be one of the sole highest sole benefactors helping Kulari to get this project up on its feet, so to say. Oh, and what a coincidence, here he comes now.
I see ya, Lord. Oh, sweet little I see ya. Oh, too right. This looks legend, I reckon. Yes, folks, is the creature fox from Der Ralph that she film Coonskin, and seeing as it's been a long ass time since Oz was featured in a Speakonia video, that's swell hunky Randy Dubs be making sure that Oz be getting their proper comeback that I be deserving. Yes.
Oh, what a colorful character. Why, he'll make a fine business partner indeed. By the way, I found this other voice function on your phone, Crocodile. Sounds swell, don't you think?
Well, I'm guessing this was an early prototype feature that was just recently added. But it does fit you to a T, my dear.
But anyways, my friends, let us propose a toast to the swell foundation of the Rusky Racketeers and all its future clients.
Hele heren, my lady, hele heren.
Hell yeah, and as Lilith has my swell witness, I swears that all them fuckboys and girls will be knocking down their doors just to get their genitalia wet with their sweetest piece
Hey
of...
preacher,
Yeah,
why don't you shut up?
'cause I got an electric mouth.
Right. So there you have it. A new era of swell racketeering in the community has been ushered in. With our extended pimping alliance assured, we are more than ready for anything the prude and or butt hurt spreading organizations can throw at us. So to all the unswell groups of the community, you'd better think twice before spreading your anti-swell propaganda to the sick fuck populace. And if you don't, well, just remember, the big pimping initiative will be there before you know it. And oh good night Irene, it's gonna be more painful than 10 of my pimp hands combined. Remember, we're watching you. Well, I think that went rather swelly, wouldn't you say, mates?
Oh hi Danny Selma, that was a swell exposition on current events indeed. In fact, I say we get to know the new members of our extended alliance on a more personal level. What do you say, Kalari, my old broski BFF? You in?
Why, I think it would be indeed swell to get reacquainted again, Napkin, my darling. In fact, I was thinking for old time's sake, we could.
Piszkos szextörténet rendezett részletek párnabeszélgetés ne kérdezz ne mondd stb.
Oh you naughty girl, you haven't changed a bit, just the way I like it, Haya.
Well, considering that this video marks the foundation on our newest major alliance, I think that would indeed be a bonza-keen idea, alright. Fair dinkum. Plus it may even make for some swell publicity for our respective pimping rackets as well, ha ha ha.
Yeah, not to mention being a swell source of revenue, so my Lilith Church, my superfly Dingo man,
How's about you, koala man? Why don't you come and join the festivities? I might even show you how swell a rising sun really looks, especially when it rises between my smooth Alex's. Wink.
Well, as tempting as that sounds, Sheila, I may have to take a rain check on that. I should get back to my fellow Aussies in the Darkwing Den to figure out our next plan of attack against the various criminal cunts who have popped up in the community lately. Here for now, my swell pimps and hoes.
Ah yes, and the best of luck to you, Koala Man, and your crusade to uphold swellness in the good old land down under. Welcome and come on mates, let's all get to know each other a little better. Ho yo ho ho, and a bottle of cum, this is gonna be so swell. By the way, Crocodile, why don't I buy you a drink and we can swap stories one pirate pimp to another? What do you say?
Oh, why that does sound like a swell idea, Silver. You go on ahead and I'll catch up with you after I've taken care of some unfinished business.
Well okay mates, off to it then.
Epilogue.
Oh sweet, getting dangerous. Just where is Cola Man anyway? The video's almost over and we haven't even gotten the member update started yet.
Yeah, at this rate we'll never introduce the newest recruits to the cause of upholding swell Speakonian justice, including some recent additions to our subdivision, the Scrappy Scouts.
Like tell me about it. Not only was I looking forward to introducing the main cast of Martin Mystery as the newest additions to the group's Canuck branch, but also that sexy silver stud Scarface and his voluptuous vixen Lady Blue into our English branch as well. Oh, if only DJ Swell69 could have added yours truly at the end of his Animals of Farlingwood video being the raging furry that I will. What the fuck? Did Dubs just use that recycled gag from the aforementioned video on me? Oh sweet hairballs, I never thought I'd be the butt of someone else's jokes. Erg.
Well, all non-sequitur call that gags of other YouTubers' videos aside, I think we should get our update special underway, with or without the non-space Aussie.
Yeah, I suppose you're right about that. Let's just start interviewing some of the participants for potential new members. Next.
Say, is this where I read for the Wonder Ears?
Oh mother of mercy, talk about an original. Get that hose-nosed rehasher out of here!
Hey, aren't you Fred Savage?
This video was brought to you by the Sammy Showbag, Australia's newest pedal product that contains swell editions of your favorite Pretty Sammy memorabilia. Be sure to pick one up at your local agro show and or medical mechanica near you. Well then mates, just what did you think of that? A fine bit of product placing, wouldn't you reckon?
Oh, too right, mate. I think we're gonna make a ripper of an addition to our Aussie Wrenches marketing division for sure. Ha.
Oh goody goody gumdrops, we're gonna have to find a place to party to fit you in, newbie. But first I'm gonna have JJ take a snapshot of your sexy smooth assets like we do with all the newest members. Ha.
Yeah, mate, JJ does take some bonza photos of sick pedals. He learned the technique from the boss lady herself. And speaking of which, here's a photo of the boss lady right here to get you more motivated in your job during your private moments. It even has her number on the Foot Fappers hotline and everything. Ha.
Oh, Struth, she is indeed one ripper of a bombshell, all right. How much do I owe you for the photo cover?
Oh, no worries there, Big Greg. New members always get their first sample on the house. You go right ahead and have a wonderful night with that, mate.
Yeah, and also it may give you an incentive to get to know the boss lady on a more personal level. Trust me, it's even sweeter than getting a freebie from Cleo the Cadillac Kitten on a Saturday night. And even that there's an experience yummier than gumdrops. Ha!
Well, thanks loads there, mates. I'm sure to have me a fun weekend, I reckon. Oh baby, my life as a swell Aussie pimp begins today. Ha ha ha.
Hello?